Hello everybody. In this video, we'll try to understand what happens when Jupiter is in Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra. In order to understand this, first let's understand what is Jupiter in Vedic astrology. In Vedic astrology, Jupiter represents your wisdom, your knowledge, your righteousness, that is called as your dharma. And when Jupiter is a functionally benefic planet for your ascendant, then you will get lot of divine blessings in the area the Jupiter is sitting in. So whenever you're struggling in your life and Jupiter is a functionally benefic planet for you, through the areas of the significations of Jupiter, that means you can get to know what are the areas of significations of Jupiter from your horoscope by the placement of the Jupiter. Let us say if Jupiter is sitting in second house and it is a functionally benefic planet, then you can understand, okay, you can get divine blessings from your family or bank balance or from a banking job, right? So that is all second house. Basically, second house is your resources. So when you get some difficult situation in your life, and if Jupiter is functionally benefic and it is sitting in second house, you get all the divine blessings from that area, all the second house significations. So that is a fundamental idea of Jupiter in Vedic astrology. And if your Jupiter is having a very good strength, then you are a good teacher, you are a good guru basically, and you have some spiritual wisdom. Jupiter basically it's the representation of higher knowledge, and the fundamental formula in Vedic astrology is Jupiter expands whatever it touches. If it is touching your fourth house, it is going to signify, it's going to expand all the significations of the fourth house. If Jupiter is sitting in the somewhere in the eighth house and it is a functionally benefic planet, Jupiter is going to expand all the eighth house things. So, if Jupiter is sitting in a particular nakshatra energy, in our case it is sitting in Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra, so it is going to amplify Uttarabhadrapada energy. Now let's try to understand what is Uttarabhadrapada. Uttarabhadrapada is called as the true Meena or true Pisces, Meena Rashi, right? Because it is at the heart of Pisces. It ranges from 3 degree 20 minutes of Pisces to 16 degree 40 minutes of Pisces. It's the core of Pisces basically. And the ruler of this nakshatra is Saturn. That means Uttarabhadrapada people generally are satisfied in life with normal things, and they are very hardworking in nature because Saturn is your ruler. And Uttarabhadrapada basically represents the back legs of a funeral cart. So, because Uttarabhadrapada is just before the final nakshatra Revati, so we always talk about the endings, the spirituality, such kind of things while talking about Uttarabhadrapada. And Ahir Budhnya, a deep mysterious serpent from the cosmic ocean, is the deity of Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra. So generally speaking, when Uttarabhadrapada people they deep dive into something, they can get great things in life. That is one theme I can say. And another important thing is they have a lot of hidden wisdom or a lot of hidden things. Something like the hidden things are very valuable, because in an ocean, if you deep dive into an ocean, you can find the greatest things of ocean very deep in the ocean, right? Because they all settle down in the deep of the ocean. So that's why you generally say the spiritual wisdom or the kind of great resources of Uttarabhadrapada energy, or they are, the depth is very, very huge. And when they can go deep, when they deep dive into something, then yes, they can get great things in life. And generally they deep dive. So the core theme I can see from Uttarabhadrapada is the depth, the detachment, a spiritual maturity, also a kind of inner stability. I have seen so many Uttarabhadrapada energy people, the prominent Uttarabhadrapada energy people, even though they have lot of difficulties in their life, they are very, very stable. The kind of instability, of course they cry and they feel bad about their situation, but still they are very stable. It's not a normal thing, right? Other nakshatras, I'm not sure if they can bear that much of pain, but they are stable. These people have very great inner stability, I observed. And of course their life has the theme of transformation for sure. Now, when Jupiter is sitting in Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra, it is a kind of great energy, because Jupiter represents expansion of wisdom and Uttarabhadrapada is about depth, detachment and spiritual discipline. As Saturn is the ruler of this particular nakshatra, their spiritual discipline, or generally the kind of discipline that they have, it's a bit great, I can say. So totally, when Jupiter is in Uttarabhadrapada, I can see a deep spiritual wisdom with some calm detachment. But I saw one of the persons with very prominent Uttarabhadrapada energy. The person doesn't get anger very, very easily. They are very cool and calm, very happy. But the moment they get anger, it's very, very harsh. That's what I see, because the kind of depth that they have, right? It is in the next level, I feel. So the depth is also in the kind of destruction that they do when they get anger. I felt this one with some of the people. That's why I just feel it's worth noting, because it's not just because of Mars in their horoscope, it's not because of some other planet in their horoscope. I observed multiple horoscopes. I know those people personally also. Their anger level or the kind of destruction they bring when they get anger is in a kind of next level, I feel. But otherwise they are very calm spiritual people. They are very, very good people, very nice people, nice to be friends with them, right? And when Jupiter is in Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra, it's a kind of silent, deep and powerful placement, I feel. Because Uttarabhadrapada itself is representing some kind of spiritual wisdom. Even if they don't have spiritual wisdom in their early life, they get to the situations where they can get a lot of spiritual wisdom in their life. It's something like they have to get spiritual wisdom in their life to be happy in their life. Otherwise they cannot be happy. The kind of painful situations that they get in their life make them very, very spiritual, so that they are very calm and good, deep, powerful, silent. So mainly I see very good spiritual wisdom. That is Uttarabhadrapada. For me, Uttarabhadrapada is a deep spiritual wisdom. It's very good to be with them and talk about the spiritual things. They also enjoy it. And they are calm and cool. Very nice to listen to them. I feel good when I listen to them. But I saw their anger with some of the people, and the anger or the destruction that they bring is a kind of a bit chaotic. And they are powerful, deep thinkers. They think about life meaning, what is death, what is karma. Uh, they try to explore what is truth beyond illusion, beyond what you're seeing. They are emotionally very, very mature. They're not easily shaken also. I saw some of the people with Uttarabhadrapada, lot of Uttarabhadrapada energy. They have lot and lot of problems in their life. You cannot even imagine, but still they're not shaken at all. They are very, very, they are still working hard. They want to achieve something in their life. Such kind of impression I got after seeing them. And they can handle suffering better than anybody, I feel. They seem to be detached, but they are compassionate. They help others. Without any emotional drama, they can help others. So stable spirituality, I feel. Stable emotional things. Even their emotions are sometimes going here and there, but still they are controlled. Even after facing a lot of difficult situations in their life, they are still controlled. If they have some kind of depression because of too much of planets in Uttarabhadrapada, that is a different thing. But generally, Uttarabhadrapada is very, very good nakshatra, I feel. And Jupiter in Uttarabhadrapada is one of the best placements for spiritual growth, because Jupiter is the guru and Uttarabhadrapada is always moksha oriented. So the whole result I can see is they get a lot of interest in meditation or moksha, liberation, or they like to explore the ancient knowledge, or they have very, very natural inclination towards silence, isolation, some deep study. So I feel it's the combination of a saint or sage or a philosopher, right? I always imagine Jupiter with Uttarabhadrapada as an old person, like a 95-year-old person with a big white beard and with a lot of spiritual wisdom. I see this placement like that. So, and one more thing is, Jupiter in Uttarabhadrapada is not at all materialistic, right? It's no materialism here. I don't see any materialism. So they may have a tendency to get satisfied very easily, but still they are successful. But if you observe their aim, they are generally very, very happy people. They can get satisfied with little things. So I would only see their career as a kind of a teacher or a professor or a philosopher or astrologer or a researcher or a kind of monk or spiritual guide or a kind of psychologist. That's it. Financially I cannot talk much about this, because this is not at all about any materialistic things, this placement. Only something like I can see some kind of depth in this placement, a kind of patience. I can see a lot of wisdom, insight. This kind of things only I can see in this placement. That is what I feel with this. And this particular placement cannot give any expressiveness in relationships emotionally. It's not at all related to that anyways. They love deeply. Their love is very deep, I can say that, just like a deep ocean. But they love kind of silently, I can say. Even they may appear distant, they appear very reserved. So it's something like, I feel, after seeing this energy, I feel, okay, this particular person needs a partner who understands some inner depth rather than some external expression. I don't see their external expression as very, very great, but their inner depth is very, very great. I can say that. And they have very strong inner stability, deep wisdom, a spiritual inclination, ability to guide others. They're very calm even during crisis. They are very calm. They can handle the critical situations also with their calmness. with their inner stability. And that's what I can see because of the Saturn effect and their discipline. And this is the energy I feel. So even this is a kind of spiritual placement. It's a cool placement, calm placement, everything. But still, if I want to see some negatives of this placement, the thing is, it's already Saturn's energy, Uttarabhadrapada, and Jupiter is there, which is always about spirituality. It's about wisdom and spirituality to some extent, and more about wisdom. So I see a kind of over detachment in them, Jupiter and Uttarabhadrapada. It's something like they may withdraw too much from the world. Loneliness, they feel different from others. When you see this particular person having Jupiter and Uttarabhadrapada, you can easily identify, okay, this person is a bit different from others. Even though he is sitting in a group of people, he himself feeling detached from others. How is this possible? You may feel that way after looking at the person having Jupiter in Uttarabhadrapada. And generally speaking, these people get delayed success because they are happy with whatever they get in their life. So, and even because of the Saturn influence, the success is slow, but steady growth you can expect. And the most important thing is Saturn influence, because Uttarabhadrapada is ruled by Saturn. Jupiter's expansion gets disciplined here. Even though Jupiter wants to expand something, but Saturn always say, do the expansion with some discipline, right? So because of this, the wisdom only comes through some kind of experience, some kind of hard lessons or patience. Wisdom doesn't come very, very easily or freely because of that Saturn influence. Saturn always wants the person to get the experience or some kind of wisdom through hard lessons only, right? So I don't see any instant success also with this placement. The placement is late, the success is late with this placement, but a kind of lasting success you can expect from this placement. And in the early life, this particular placement can give some kind of emotional depth, some kind of confusion in their life. But as it is maturing, it turns into a kind of learning, and they learn detachment. They enjoy detachment at some point of time in their life. And in the later part of life, they get a lot of wisdom. And later part of life of these people, I can only see some kind of wisdom and peace. And they are very good teachers, of course. So overall, I can see it's a kind of spiritual evolution and inner peace. That is the feeling I'm getting by looking at this placement. So a deep thinker, a spiritual seeker, a calm and detached person, a wisdom-oriented person. That wisdom also grows with time. So a sage-like personality, a sage-like placement. Not at all materialistic. I see zero materialism here. Right? Zero materialism I can see. And even I don't want to talk about what if Jupiter is functionally malefic for this particular placement. Because it doesn't matter. It's Uttarabhadrapada anyways. It's a kind of spiritual nakshatra. If let us say this Jupiter is present on Rahu Ketu axis, or if this Jupiter is watched by Saturn or Mars, because whether Saturn and Mars are functionally malefic or benefic to your ascendant, their aspects are always treated as malefic aspects. So when Saturn or Mars is watching this Jupiter present in Uttarabhadrapada, or Jupiter is on Rahu Ketu axis, which is nothing but Jupiter under affliction, because whenever a planet is on Rahu Ketu axis, you can say the planet is afflicted. So if the planet is afflicted, if the planet Jupiter is afflicted, or if it is under the aspect of Saturn or Mars, then I feel this Jupiter is a bit not normal, but still Uttarabhadrapada is going to give, it's under the control of Saturn only, right? So it is a bit controlled only. Even the spiritual wisdom is under control. Even if they want to do some kind of negative things with the spiritual wisdom, still Saturn controls it, I feel. But if I want to tell some negative thing because of Rahu Ketu axis or Saturn or Mars watching it, I would say they may try to do something negative with the spiritual energy that they have. This is the overall impression I can get from Jupiter in Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra. Thanks for watching this video.